testing a new microphone. I think it's not good. Well, I'm hoping it's good. So let me just get this. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4. If I just go like this, I don't know. It's better. Probably. I don't know. Well, anyways. Oh my god, it's going to fall. Hold on. Oh my god, the microphone. Okay. So, yeah, I'm hearing my microphone. I don't know if that's good. But anyways, welcome again to this new stream. I'm in a new setup that's going to be just for today, probably. And I wanted to make a Tuesday stream like the schedule, but again, my common setup was, how do you say this? It was getting renovations. So let's just put it like that. And they left this Friday, but I was doing some homework, and oh my gosh, the intro is getting so long. Anyways, we're going back to our reaction series. So let me just get this correct. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing myself double. Okay, I'm hoping, let me just get a little bit lower. There. So, I'm hoping to remember where we left on the story. So it's like, I know we're doing the changing history one. We are at the 38th chapter. Again, our name is Athena, our last name is King. And so, quick recap, if I am remembering things correctly. We are in this together. No, so we are reborn. Yeah, we are reborn in, no, reborn or reincarnated? I'm gonna say reborn on the My Hero Academia world, of course. We have a shadow-based quirk. Even our shadow has her own conscious, and we put her the name Upsi. We are besties with Izuku, a little bit with Bakugo. I don't remember if we already, I mean, this is like an image saying we're probably going to meet Shoto, but I don't remember if we have already talked to him. What else? Oh, we have a large collection of autographs for every hero. We are the first fan of Aizawa and Hawks. That's interesting. I think Nezu already knows we are reincarnated because we are changing little things or always expecting kind of things. Oh yeah, the USJ was better. Like we saved Aizawa a little bit more. Well, not safe, but we gave him more. How do you say this? Less injuries. And oh yeah, we met overall. He kinda kill us and then revive us because I think he suspects he suspects we know something, but we cannot tell him what because it's going to be strange. And oh right, the main thing, we've met Shigaraki when he was a kid, and we told him everything was going to be fine, and he remembered us, and he's obsessed, I think, for us. And I don't know if I am turning things with the other fanfic, but I think we also had a Kaminari date. Oh yeah, and right now I think everyone's our friend. Or not everyone, but we took them to a dinner, I think, to our home, something like that. Something like that. Anyway, so let's just start this. Apparently, we're going to go to the sport festival. All right, sorry, we've talked with Hagakure and Tokuyami to help us with our quirk training. That went interesting, to say at last. So now let's continue with our story. Again, this is chapter 38, and let's see if we can see some of... No, they're not. Well, here's a fan art. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Oh yeah, we're very polite. We are very polite. Inserted character. Reader character. Again, with a white hair. We cannot see that. There is another one here with Hagakure. And oh, look at this one has a purple hair. Purple guy. And we cannot see this, we cannot see this. Okay, sorry. Okay, so with all that said and done, again, if you want to see, right? If you want to read the story at your own pace, there's going to be the link on the description below. Also, I've created a new TikTok account, so you can go and follow me there too if you want, but please do. And so that being said, let's start. Chapter 38. The sport festival begins. After having explained to Mina how and why, oh my gosh, this is going so fast. I'm just going to change to the mouse pad. Sorry about that. After having explained to Mina how and why Inasa is not your boyfriend, the two end up still in an unlikely friendship based on their similar cheerfulness and energy. You part ways as you and Mina enter the stadium, joining the rest of your classmates. Everyone is nervous, and although you know you should be different, their combined anxiety is truly getting at you. There's no reason to you. Oh my gosh, hold on. This is getting a little teensy difficult. Let me just again get my setup established. If I put this here, right. Sorry about that. Right. Everyone is nervous, and although you know you should be different, their combined anxiety is truly getting at you. There's no reason to. You even know what the trials are. Truthfully, you have an unfair advantage that you don't feel ashamed at all using, since it's all fair in love and war, and this is war. Part of you even toyed with the idea of ending up on the podium. On one hand, you would have changed canon, but on the other, who cares? It's not like the results of the sport festival will have consequences. It has mainly to do with the students' personal development, and you're getting quite good at that. Your current goals are simp, win, and avoid endeavor. Then, of course, there is the less exciting part, knowing what will happen to Ida Tensei. That was a difficult situation if you ever see one. The danger will impact you directly. Yet, it has nothing to do with you at the moment. You have no plausible way to know about Stain and the Tensei's fight, nor you have any way to warn him. Coming out as a future teller is not an option, but doing nothing is frustrating and makes you feel inconceivably bad. Sure, Tensei won't die, but his dream career will end. His life will get a lot more difficult, and what about all the people that he could have saved? Not even starting with the emotional trauma Ida will suffer. But in spite of the time you're brainstorming, your best idea is still to do an anonymous phone call and warn him, which is honestly shitty. You have no problems admitting it. You even bought a thrown-away phone to not use yours, but Tensei will never listen to you anyway. Lovely. Let's not think about that now. It should be around the moment Todoroki does his speech to Izuku. You can't miss it. You're very pleased when upon raising your head you find you're right. Todoroki is advancing towards an unsuspecting Izuku. Eyes set alight with a kind of stiff, stubborn determination. Your memory 1, Boku no Hero Academia 0. Izuku finally noticed his looming presence, and like the sweetheart he is, simply asked, "What is it?" With a hesitation clearly justified by the other's almost menacing aura. Todoroki promptly replies with a sentence so identical to canon, it almost gives you nostalgia. Looking at things objectively, I think I'm stronger than you. Ah, Shoto, always the charmer. You can't help but disapprove of the rudeness of the statement, although it is, in fact, a true at this point in time. Izuku knows it too, since he nods, probably wondering about the point in the other boy of trying to make Todoroki a gentleman, because he makes nobody wait. But All Might has his eye on you, doesn't he? When Izuku gasped, having all gold to look shocked, you really want to facepalm. Did he seriously think nobody will notice? All Might literally kidnapped him and to have lunch, and he was expecting his classmates to think it was normal. If this was your previous life, you would have already warned a trustworthy adult about the situation. A teacher being awfully familiar with his underage student and trying to spend alone time with them without school relations and reasons. Yikes! I'm going to beat you. Todoroki ends, making the whole class stare at him as it grew a second head. Todoroki-kun, Izuku replies. I don't know what you're thinking of when you're saying that you'll beat me, but of course you're better than me. I think you're more capable than most people. He balls his hand into a fist. I can't afford to fall behind. Then finally, he gazes in the eyes of his enemy. I will too be going for it with everything I have. You go, Izuku! You cheer inside your head. Show them what you're made of. Break a leg. No, wait. Actually, don't. Please don't. Todoroki nods, looking satisfied, and interrupts his intense stare down to leave the room. More or less, like you remember, Kirishima tries to defuse the situation, but the half boy brushes off with the words with a scoff. I'm not here to make, he says before utterly cutting himself off. Oh, this is new. You turn towards him, attention piqued. The exchange has been following canon pretty faithfully, so what is it now? What is it now? Todoroki didn't hesitate in the original version. What he said was, I'm not here to make friends, and he was about to do the same. You so immersed in your doubts you failed to notice he's looking straight at you. When you meet his match-faced eyes, ouch, it's as if you can see in his mind for a brief second. As if you can see which memory he's thinking back on. Oh my gosh. Regardless of what Izuku chooses, Todoroki-san, I'll be proud of him either way. That's what friends are for. Right! After a few seconds of silence that nobody understands, seconds you and Todoroki spend staring intensely at each other as if searching into the other's soul, the boy scoffs slowly and walks away. You let out a breath you didn't know you've been holding. Sarah breaks the silence. Am I the only one who doesn't know in the slightest what that was all about? It had to do with you, didn't it? Mina squints suspiciously in your direction. He was staring at you, as if you were having some weird silent conversation. Don't tell me. She gasped, clasping her hand to her chest. You two are together. No. You shut her down. I won't tell you because it's not true. Of course it's not true. Kaminari growls angrily. The guy is already the best of the class. He can't hug Athena-chan too. That's right. Minera. Boosting his head up and down. Being the best, Todoroki has already flexed enough. In exchange, he will leave all the girls to me. Shoot. Of course, I hate that guy. That teeny. Eyes falling on his shadow, you swiftly take control of his hand and introduce him to his mouth. Yay me! The slap of skin against his skin and disappearance of his voice is a blessing for your ears. Oh my god. While the others try to drop at the scene, you lost in sinking your hand over your mouth while Mineta tries to get his off, you think back at your silence interaction with Todoroki and feel warm bloom in your chest. I'm not here to make friends. He never finished the sentence. Sure, it probably doesn't mean anything, but it's still a change, and it was brought by you. You feel proud of yourself. Maybe you should go up to him and tell him you're his official friend now, and there's nothing he can do about it. He could freeze you in response, but he could also hug and tell you about his terrible childhood, and then fall in love with you and marry you and have beautiful children with heterochromatic eyes. Stop simping, Athena. It's only a few minutes later, when Izuku points out that you notice you're still holding your hand over your mouth. You take it off, whipping the sweat of your trousers over your trousers. Something behind you, Mineta gasps for a breath. You take that, bitch. Hey, he whispers, not even a second later. If I was being controlled by Athena's quirk and her hand was against her mouth and my hand was against my mouth, wasn't it like an indirect hiss? Oh my god! You have... Hey, what is happening here? Ah! Hehe. Things happened, I guess. You have shaking your head with a small expectant smile. That such a far-fetched reasoning is not even worth to be rebuked. But someone clearly disagrees, since a snarl soon follows. Definitely not, you fucking pervert. Would you look at that? Bakugo-chan is defending your honor. They grew up so fast. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, let me just... I need to put this thing. I don't know if that's right. Let me just get this here. Stepping out. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to focus on this right now. Let me just get this reason fast. And this goes here. Like, sorry guys, I forgot to do my Duolingo. Not an important thing that matters, but for me it matters because I had a a daily strike of how is it? Of 300 and no, sorry, 427 days. So yeah, it's not like I wanted to lose that. So sorry about this waiting. I'm doing it as fast as I could. Oh my gosh, I don't know how. Okay, so we'll take this time to discuss what's happening with like the story, because like this has turned in a way that is not, well, it's like in a normal trope of reincarnating My Hero Academia, but Sunny is doing like a good job at describing, I don't know, the events. Or maybe she's doing some little changes, but like the way the character expresses of herself and of her classmates is like, oh my gosh, she's so me. What the hell? What the fudge? Like, I feel watched. Like I know it doesn't make sense, but for me it makes sense. And okay, that was like a little sponsor, sponsor not a sponsor pause. Oh god, and sorry about that, because like I'm going to do a bet, or not a bet, but I'm trying to predict a thing. She says she's trying to win the sport festival, but I don't. Will Athena get in the podium? Like, if everything goes like according to the normal fanfiction trope, she will probably or join Shinso's or stay with Izuku, but I don't think she's going with Bakugo. Well, I don't know. Like, this is going to be like a really like a really interesting interesting like a really interesting change or scenery. I don't know what I'm talking about, sorry. Okay. I finished. So let's continue. Let me just get this back on here, put this here, upload this here, and eeny meeny miny mo. There we go. Stepping out of the refuge of the stadium corridors and advancing under the sun rays is one of the most nerve-inducing experiences of your life. And you're quite an expert in those by now. It's a weird mix of a normal anxiety for the festival. You wish to go well, to show that what you got, and of course, a deep, visceral fear of failure. And not normal, anxiety for things you shouldn't even know, such as Tensei Lumen fight with its stain. Girl, you're about to go to a that's a screen. You worry too much, girl. You don't have to worry about it. Well, no, yeah, she had to worry. Like, if I was in that world, like, how could you set Tensei when you're a student? Like, she's got a good plan, like the throwaway phone, but how will she make Tensei, like, listen? Like, it's an anonymous call. That's crazy. Now that I think about it, Alice Stein is a villain I have no connections to. Huh, that's right. That's a quite bright side. No interrogation from Nezu. Oh my gosh. Honestly, having to worry about your future knowledge on top is already a pressure-inducing environment of the festival is taking a toll on you. But no, the attitude in which you decide to face things is important, and you want to face it like a hero. The festival is a chance to get stronger, show off, bond with your classmates, and of course, Semp. You have to take it such, forget it all about stupid expectations. and I often say, maybe you'll find a way. At least you'll try, and you'll know you did your best you could. So you head forward to your class as President Mike announces your entrance. Aizawa is sitting next to him, and not seeing him bandaged like mommy is one of the biggest accomplishments in your life. Uraraka is almost trembling, Izuku's walking determinedly, although his limbs are shaking, while it is serious and poised. Bakugo looks eager to start a fighting, a bit like Mina next to him. Kirishima, clearly trying to stop his festive insecurities far into his brain, is clenching his fists with the brows knit together. You can only imagine what kind of self-doubt are going through his head. You brush his hand, a brief comfort that almost makes him jolt. Snapping out of his trance, he turns to look at you to see you sport an encouraging smile. Don't you remember, Ejiro? It's okay to be scared. Heroes are scared too. You put a hand on his shoulder. That's not important. What's important is that you face your fear in order to protect others. That's what makes a hero, I think. Is it not? Oh, the flashbacks. His gaze softens as he takes in your words, mine flying back to the day more than a year ago when you met him for the first time. He never told you. The right moment never came up, but he often thinks back to that day. It's the day he decided with certainty to be a hero. The day he experimented true fear for his first time. But it's also the day he found out how intense happiness could be, how deep he could feel understood by someone he had never even talked to with before. It was the day he realized he wanted to feel it again. Yes, he smiles. I remember. His hands relaxes, fingers wrapping around yours in a warm grip. Thank you, Athena. It's nothing, Eiichiro. Oh. You leave Kirishima's hand somewhere during the other class's introductions, mainly to wave at Shinso and Monoma. Shinso welcomes it with a wild smile, while Monoma sticks his nose in the air and ignores you, completely. You weren't expecting anything less. You're greeting him as an official UA student, and he wouldn't be caught dead interacting with one of you lots. Once all the classes are lined up, thousands of people watching you from the stands, it is revealed that the R-rated hero, Midnight, will direct this year's festival. Although you know it already, you can barely contain your excitement when you see her stand there on the stage. Oh, yes, Midnight. She gave you an autograph when you were 8. She was the one to convince Aizawa to take a picture with you, and she participated in getting him in your welcome hologram. In your books, she's an angel. She catches your eye in the crowd. You could swear she winks at you. You could fucking die. Now, she snaps her lips with a cracking noise, mouth slipping open in a grin. Time for the Atlas Ode. Oh, right. You had forgotten that scene. A feeling of dread races in your stomach as Bakugo Katsuki, in all of his explosively glory, is called on the stage to deliver his Atlas Ode. You try to catch his eyes desperately, gesturing him not to do anything stupid. You know how it goes in canon. But maybe... He meets your gaze for a second, sees all your signs, take them in, and smirks defiantly. I pledge to be the number one, he declares, possibly with even more spite. I will win this festival, but don't worry, you can be nice little stepping stones for me to use. Then he looks at you straight at you, as if saying, ha, I know exactly what you're trying to do, and look where that brought you. I was even more of an asshole than usual. You scowl and stick at your tongue, making him scoff. Predictably, your reaction isn't noticed in the outlet of jeers raising from the crowd. Your peers are understandably angry, considering Bakugo just the umpteenth proof of the Class 1A arrogance. Even a few among the spectators don't approve of his words. Bakugo obviously couldn't care less. Like the bitch he is. After he very helpfully made your class even more hated than it already was, Midnight takes the speech back without a hitch. Now, let's get started. She turns towards the giant digital screen, where words are being shuffled in a quick speed. In spite of your knowledge, you find yourself... Hehe. Sorry. In spite of your knowledge, you find yourself tensing in anticipation. What if some unpredictable change ended up modifying the content of the events? Logically, that doesn't make sense. What could you have done for Nezu, or whoever organized this, to change his mind? but you can avoid feeling nervous. Lastly, the shuffling stops. Midnight's voice fills in the stadium. The faithful's first event of this year is this. Bold and clear, you read the words obstacle, course, race. Your heart feels light with relief. So you didn't change that. Lucky you. As you get swept up by the current of students heading towards the starting point, your mind wanders to the future events. In spite of concern you feel for Tenya, you won't let that drag you down. Go win, sweetie. Show them what you're made of. Everyone has to know what they're dealing with, Wonder Child. Our parents. Yes, you will show everyone. Your peers competing with you, your teachers evaluating your performance, and your friends, your family, watching you fight. For so many years you haven't trusted your quirk, be it because of your previous life or because of Upsy's apparently hatred for you. You just weren't capable of considering it a part of your body. But now, you're confident you and Obsidian can move together with every breath. While the students step over each other's feet, you hide inside your shadow and slither among them, pushing and elbowing when there are no holes to slip in. In the chaos, nobody realizes who the culprit is. Sometimes you have to control their shadows and talk them out of your way, but soon you find yourself at the head of the group. You remember how the scene plays out. The moment the race starts, most people get stuck, pushing to get out. You immediately start running while keeping an eye behind you, waiting. There it is. Toroki's eyes sprays out at your feet, and you jump. Fuck, you could have become a pro of avoiding it by now. Curses and complaints rise from those who, next to you, weren't as lucky. The moment Toroki makes to run past you, you lock your eyes in his shadow and grip. He stops, hands laying on his chest to search the relief of the weight crushing his lungs. You run past him, never taking your eyes off his shadow, and suddenly find yourself in the lead. Oh my god! You like it! Forgive me, Toroki-san. You tell him in a flash, taking advantage of the anime skill you say perfectly understandable things while moving at impossibly high speeds. But you see, I don't like losing. I deeply apologize, Toroki-san, but I don't like losing. Why? This festival is just being a trip down memory lane, isn't it? I don't either. He replies, face unreadable. The moment you lose sight of his shadow because of the distance between you, he sends you a wave of eyes, only slightly smaller than the one he'll later direct at Zero. He doesn't underestimate you anymore, is he? But he doesn't know what to do. And that's it. The giant robot's waiting a few steps ahead. You feel Upsy's approval in the corner of your mind as she reads your thought about the plan. She giggles and begins counting on your head. What are you going to do? 1. The tidal wave of ice starts catching up, coldness spraying under the soles of your feet. 2. A giant shadow follows your small form as a red eye blinks threateningly open. 3. Your gaze lands on the blackened ground. Go! In an instant, you duck and spring backwards. The strain of your powers is nothing more of an edge with Upsy's help. As the giant robot is forced to follow your movements, it leaps over you and crashes with a deafening thundering against Toroki's wave of ice. You can almost hear the soundtrack. You can definitely hear it. It's the chaos. People in the stands scream in shock, a splinter of ice and metal flying everywhere, a gust of wind making your hair flutter in your eyes. Many students, caught off guard, are literally blown away by the impact. I lost myself. Many students, caught off guard, are literally blown away by the impact before they can find something to grab onto, while others are hit by the wandering bullets. Toroki himself has to erect a wall of ice behind him in order to not get backtracked. You, trusting Upsy, to keep your shadow planted on the ground, enjoyed the show with a mandarin grin on your usually composed face. Whoa! Present mic voice rings in the stadium. That's incredible! The first obstacle of the race, Robot Inferno, has been efficiently used to counterattack Toroki's lethal strategy. Currently in the lead is King Athena from 1A. That's one rest to useful little lady. Also the adoptive daughter of Shota here. Yes, we are. While Aizawa, annoyed, she's not, fill the stadium, a carefree laugh blooms on your lips. You run forward, rimmed, whipping at your face. You can ace this festival. Oh my goodness. Look at us. Oh my, literally kidnapped is so good. Off to have a lunch in front of everyone. Oh my god, how did Toroki know we have a connection? Oh god. Oh. Oh no. Scram Deku is probably, how do you say, it's probably back go. Okay, so let's do a little chat here. Like, I don't know where this is going, but I'm liking it so much. Wait, let me just I don't know, guys. It's like I've read like I've read a lot of fanfiction, but I don't know why this one is getting like it's getting me all hype up. Like the way with she's working with the flashbacks, like normally when you get the flashbacks on, how to say this, on fanfics, they are not like good used. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to speak English, guys. I'm sorry. Like all those AO3 cards, like English is not my first language. I'm so sorry. That's me right now. Now I understand those guys. Oh god. Oh god, hold on. Okay, so no comments. It's just my head is making so much. Okay, let's just see the fan arts, like, again. The reader. Oh, like, oh my gosh. The Robo Inferno, like graphic representation of what we just had, what you just made Toroki do. We also have this one, gently mode activated. Gentle remote. No, we don't. Oh, this one's so cute. I think I recognize that template. I have used that template before. It's small. And it's small reader. Oh my gosh, she's like doing, oh my goodness, look at them. And there's Subsy there. That's so cute. I cannot see this one. Oh, some chibi ones. And these, that's me right now. Oh, look at her. She's so beautiful. Someday I will do the drawing of Athena on this AU. This and this we cannot see. Terrible. Okay, so chapter sorry, a little bit of water. There we go. There we go. Chapter 39. Taking places. Your most recent... Oh my goodness. There we go. Your most recent training comes into play when you reach the second obstacle. The fall. Like President Mike helpfully explains, you have to thread your way over ropes suspended on the ravine. Although you know there is no actual risk, falling now would mean getting eliminated. But knowing the obstacle in advance, you prepare more than enough. Since you forged your relationship with Opsy, you finally had the chance to ask her all the questions about your quirk you never had the courage to try it out. Such as, and this one was one of your personal favorites, could you move through other things' shadows? The answer was no, but actually yes. Basically, you could teleport. You couldn't teleport. Your body was still physical, but you had found out with Opsy's help and quite a lot of training that you could move supported by shadows. Huh. If you enter in yours, you could travel through others. What are the advantages? That you were basically invisible, But that was true even hiding in yours. You didn't have to move faster, not could you teleport. What was the point then? That the shadows supported you, it was like glue. It got stuck all over you and you it got stuck all over you and kept you firmly attached to the object, which meant that if you were to walk on a rope's shadow, namely a rope hanging over a cliff, it would be almost impossible for you to fall. Huh. Isn't that interesting? It's the second obstacle! The fall! Person Mike's enthusiastic voice rings out. On the lead is King Athena, although Todoroki Shoto is catching up fast. How will they fare with the new trial? You perfectly know how Todoroki will fare, but as far as it regards you, it's all fair in game. Falling on the ground, cross-legged, you take a deep breath and close your eyes. Instantly, the familiar feeling of shadows press on your body. You breathe regularly, in and out. Huh? Present Mike's voice is nothing but a faint drumming in the background. King has just disappeared! Is that part of her quirk? Who knows? Aizawa sarcastically drawls. I wonder what else could that be? After a few seconds, Todoroki's steps reach your sitting spot. He halts, probably searching for you, then shrugs and starts running on the ropes, freezing them as he goes. You breathe in and out. In and out. You stand, black shapes whirling behind your closed eyelids. You see the shadows as if in another world, the dancing and twisting of darkness. Then you step forward, foot hanging over the ropes, and let it fall. It sticks. You walk tentatively at first, but instead your feet develop a gecko-like suckers, and soon you're running. You jump from each rope to the ground, then falling on the another rope. Nobody in the stands can see you, just a fleeing shadow running through the obstacles. A few students have arrived behind you, Bakugo namely, rocketing himself in the air with explosions, and soon Present Mike's attention shifts on them. You don't belong in their world anymore, but you are a liquid darkness, leading over the path of shadows. It seems like a single skip before your feet are once again solid ground. You blink, disoriented, and with Obi's voice to snap you back into reality. We did it! She cheers. Quick, Athena, on to the next obstacle! You nod confidently and step out of your shadow. Almost the whole stadium falls silent in a hush. What? First Mike's voice rocked the place. King Athena just appeared at the other side of the fall? Was it teleportation? How did she get past the obstacle? Her quirk. Aizawa monotonous sarcasm replies. Just a guess. Right. Mike nods. I'm sure you taught her everything, Shota. Let's just make sure there's no favoritism for your... Shut up. You thus find yourself in front of a third obstacle. A motherfucking minefield. You're not the first anymore, but that's not the point. Isoku will turn the tables anyway. You have briefly considered the idea of using his same strategy, but that just left him in a bad taste in your mouth. He made it up of his own and deserves to show it off. You find yourself stuck. Mines are on the ground, which means you can't see their shadow nor use them to travel. You're in quite the predicament. Right. You're in quite the predicament. You suppose you'll have to walk quickly and avoid the mines like a normal person. Pretty boring. What could you do is block Todoroki and Bakugo. But if you keep looking at them, how will you avoid the points easy? You have 4 eyes now. Oh my gosh, yes. We have Upsy. Oh my gosh, we have Upsy. Don't worry. Upsy's voice takes you by the hand to lead you to the unfamiliar experience. I will take control of your legs and move them to avoid the mines. You just keep your eyes fixed on the guys. Oh, that's so... Oh my goodness. We're winning. I will, you nod, straining yourself. Thank you, Upsy. Don't mention it. Let's just go on the swings once we win this thing. We'll go as long as you want. Alright, like she was a kid, she just loved the swings. Because we didn't went when we were children. When we were a child. We we've missed, like Matilda said. We lost. No, sometimes we have to be a little bit naughty. Ah, you take a deep breath and relax each limb, one by one, feeling them tingle. Then you let go. The only sensation you keep yourself attached to, holding on into a slinger fingernails, is your side. You lock eyes on Todoroki and Bakugo's shadow, and grip. They halt. Feet moving on their own, you shorten the distance between you. Their strings are tugging at your control, but you don't let them phase you. Bakugo is the first to recognize your signature move. Shadow bitch! She shouts. What are you doing? Forgive me, Todoroki-san, Bakugo-chan. You pass by their immobilized forms, giving them a quick bow of apology. I don't think I will come in first, but I would like nonetheless to arrive before you. Bakugo glares at you with the force of 1,000 fires, while Todoroki's silence drills holes in your soul. There's something unnerving about it. I told you I wouldn't underestimate you again, King-san, he says, then eyes spread out as lightning fast from his feet. Upsy, jump! Thank God he has the reflexes to react, avoiding the first onslaught of ice, but it only temporary. You can run fast enough without letting go of their shadows, and you're doomed to end up trapped in ice. Luckily, Izuku chooses the exact moment to scream, Athena, get away! It's so kind for him to warn you before making you all explode. He's such a good friend. The shout reaches you distorted by the wind, as a strange missile pummels you on the ground. Bakugo and Todoroki, together with half the stadium, raises their eyes in disbelief to follow the trajectory of their madman peer. What? President Mike never stops reminding people of how long he can talk. It's Tsukumi Doria from Class 1A! You stop listening and grows into dodging your missile-turned friend. Thanks to his warning and your knowledge of canon, you manage to avoid him, Bakugo and Todoroki not resulting as lucky. Suddenly, you're on the lead again. Behind you are your 3 bickering classmates who keep trying to throw each other's behold. For a moment, you taste both of the success of being the first and the terror of accidentally end up with a 10 million points. It was million? Maybe hundreds, thousands, million, yeah. With a 10 million points during the cowardly battle. But so you would prefer to avoid it, honestly. But that soon stopped being the problem since Todoroki shoots out another wave of ice. Faki's stamina is tremendous, and you almost get your feet stuck in it. Leaping up to avoid it loses you a few precious seconds that Izuku wastes no time using to get past you and shout, Sorry! You waste another fraction of a second to fawn over how cute he is, apologizing after having rightfully surpassed you in the race. Bakugo with Todoroki are soon at your heels. But no, your plan is not to come first, because of the trouble it will bring in the cavalry battle, but fuck, you'll get the second place whisked away from you. As you enter the tunnel leading in the end of the race, you run as fast as you could possibly can, muscles burning with exertion. In spite of it, you can feel Todoroki and Bakugo catching up, and you know you risk losing to them in the last feat. But they seem to forget awfully often what your quirk is. Turning your head, you stare under the shadows and block them in place. Bakugo rolls, thrashing against your hold. Stop this fucking bullshit, shadow bitch. Sorry, I won't. You reply with half a smile. Not until I win, at least. Todoroki is probably about to send out another spike of ice, but you don't leave him in the time. Keeping your eyes firmly locked in their shadows, you run backwards until you cross the finish line. And King Athena comes in second place! President Mike shouts in his microphone. I have never seen a student cross the finish line walking backwards before. Aren't you proud of her, Shota? The longest, most divided sigh comes out of Aizawa's microphone, making you giggle. Standing in the middle of the stadium, legs burning with the familiar pain of exertion, you gaze up at the thousands of people at the stands and let their eyes search you. Look at you, analyze you. The world is watching you right now. Your parents, your friends, your enemies. Shigaraki Tomura is keeping his eyes locked on your form from his bar stool. Hawks is smiling at you from whatever giant TV screen he has in his agency. Inasa is cheering you from his classroom. All the other schools and peers you'll have to face in the hero license exam are dissecting your every weakness and feeling from later. Maybe even Dobby, whatever he is finally understanding why a simple girl was so confident she could take him. Normally, the attention would leave you stumped, but you drank it this time because you know you deserve it. You gave Japan a show, and you're not about to stop. Still, a coolness aside, Izuku! You chirp, throwing your arms around him. You came first! That was quite a neat tragedy! I'm very proud of you! The poor boy only managed to splutter a few seconds before stuttering. Thanks! You did really well too. Being sorry is just silly, you chide him. You should be proud. Besides, this is a race, Izuku. Although I do love you very much, I won't have the mercy if we were pitted against each other. Surprisingly, managing to get over the I love you part without blushing out the storm, Izuku looks at you firmly and says, I won't either. Let's give it our all, Athena. Together. Of course, Izuku. This is so cute. Bakuga's furious frowns from your heartfelt moment as he reaches behind you. You pretend not to hear him, and Izuku does the same. Now then, on today's heart-pounding second event, Midnight's voice echoes in the stadium, snapping like her whip. Once again, everyone's eyes are glued to the screen as it flashes in bold black letters, reading, Cavalry Battle. You discreetly breathe out your second sigh of relief. It was irrational to fear that you could somehow change the sport festival trials, but you still feel anxious. Now you're in the clear, there is no way they'll change the third. Since as far as you understood, there always have been some sort of one-on-one fights in the festival. Time limit is 15 minutes, Midnight explains. You'll have to form a 2 to 4 person team and do a horseback configuration. The rules are the same as a normal cavalry battle. Swap your enemy's headbands and guard your own. Although, here comes the plot twist. Everyone will receive the points based on the performance in the last trial. If you place 42nd, if you place 42nd, you're worth 5 points. Then, if you were the 31st, not 10, if you were the 31st. But the first place is worth 10 million points. A hush falls over the crowds as they reveal. Midnight is almost snickering, satisfied of the reaction she caused, while Midoriya starts sweating buckets under everyone's drilling glares. Honestly, you think 10 million is a bit of exaggeration? They could have gotten the point across with just 1 million, or even 10,000. A group with 10,000 points would have gone anyway. Why did they go for a 10 million? Why is UA so extra? It's around that time you realize the 15 minutes have already started and people are searching for a team. This is not the moment you were impatient to experience. Since you didn't exist in canon, you're left with the dreaded question of what to do. There's a very high chance Izuku will ask you to team up and you want to say yes, but you will feel so shitty if you took away Uraraka's, Tokoyami's, or Hatsume's chance. Hatsume will still approach Izuku since she wants the spotlight for her babies, and Uraraka will accept his offers, so Tokoyami would end up being left out. You don't have the right to cause that. He's a good student, and deserves to pass to the next round. The problem is that everyone deserves to pass to the next round, and if you keep this logic, you will end up being left behind. Out of the 4 winning teams, Todoroki is definitely out. He chose his classmates for a very specific reason, so he won't even ask me. I think my best shot is Hitoshi-kun. Wait, can I call him by his first name while thinking? Isn't that like more intimate? What the fuck am I even saying? Just focus. Focus. Yeah, focus is good. Shinzo may be your best option. His team hosted I don't know his name. Nirinjeki Shota from 1B, but far the less memorable participant. You could take his place. You could also convince him to not brainwash Ojiro and Oyama, so Ojiro won't have to forfeit. But you won't change that thing. But won't that change thing? Won't that change things anyway? If you join Shinso's team and let him brainwash your friends, you'll be a terrible person. But if Ojiro and Nirenjiki don't for fate, Shiozaki and Tetsutetsu will never take their places, and the one-on-one tournaments will be blah, 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 blah. And the one-on-one tournaments will become unpredictable. Won't they become unpredictable anyway, though, since I'm here? A treacherous part of your mind whispered that maybe it's just better to get an anonymous team and fail. What right do you have to take someone's place? The imposter syndrome is hitting you so hard right now. You feel you feel guilty to straight up existing. Oh. Hey, Athena? Fuck. Izuku's behind you, isn't he? You turn slowly, beating hard on your shoulder. On your shoulder. Beating you hard on your lower lip. You don't know what to tell him. You haven't decided yet. I was wondering. I mean, I know I have the 10 million points and I will be a target for sure, but I would like to team up and people I can trust then. You can't refuse him. You will feel shit for the rest of your life. You also feel shit for stealing Tokuyami's place. But could you? Izuku takes a deep breath and rushes it out. Team up with me, please. Your shoulders sag. Izuku, I scram, Deku. Next thing you know, an arm is dragging you away by your shirt. Bewildered, you twist your stringer grip to come face to face with Bakugo Katsuki. What the fuck, asshole? What are you doing, Bakugo-chan? You ask instead, because you're a very, very polite girl. You're on my team now. Haha. He replies, as delicate as he has a bee sting. Consider yourself lucky, cause we're going to win. You squint your eyes into crescent half moons. You smile just a bit too tight. Yes, of course. Passive-aggressive sarcasm is dripping from your voice. I consider myself plenty lucky of having been just... I consider myself plenty lucky of having just been kidnapped by a raging bull. A raging bull. Huh? Bakugo turns his skull at you. Well, consider this payback for the time you were supposed to sit with us at lunch and ditch us for the other friends. Ha! You blink. Huh? Wait. Oh, wait. Whoa. I lost. Wait. Is he talking about the day after USJ? Your plan was to sit with the Baku squad since you had been sitting with the Deku squad the day on the press fiasco. But then USJ happened, and the day after that, you had lunch with Monoma and Shinso. We had just been attacked by villains, you frowned. They were worried. Blah, 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 Bakugo replies. There's only one, that's the only thing I hear is. He smirks, imitating your voice. I'm a rude girl who can't even keep a promise to her classmates. You gasp. Oh, you take that back. No chance in hell. Bakugo crackles. Hear that? You behave very rudely. I did not. You scold childishly. I warned you I wouldn't be able to have lunch with you at the moment I find out and explain why with an elaborate apology message. Sorry, can't hear you over the sound of your own rudeness. Oh my god. That's crazy. Oh god, what is this? I just got a message. Oh. When you reach your other team members, namely Kirishima and Zero, Bakugo is grinning wildly while you're stewing in a petty annoyance. None of the boys have never seen you so glaringly irked, and they can't help but throw nervous glances and this bike. Okay, hold on. About that prompt pause, silence. It's just I got a phone call. Well, more of not a phone call. I got a video call to tell me that I'm a grandmother. No, grandmother. Like how do you say this? Uncle-ish grandmother or something like that. I'm still in shock. Like I don't know. It's just so yeah, yeah. I'm still processing that. Like now I'm having a crisis. Like I don't know. Just what am I doing with my life anymore? I'm here right streaming and reading fan fiction, and my cousin is already had already a baby and is pregnant again. And she's like 1 year uh, younger than me. So just give me give. I'll just take 5 minutes. I'll take you the music again, and I'll come back in 5 minutes. Sorry about this. Yes, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I, I'll be here in 5 minutes. I'm back. I'm back. Still in shock, but I'm back, and I think I can continue. Like that's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Okay. Let's continue. When you reach your other team members, namely Kirishima and Zero, Bakugo is grinning wildly while you are stewing in pure annoyance. None of the two boys have never seen you so glaringly irked, and they can't help but throw nervous glances at the spiky-haired boy. What did you do to her? Zero murmurs. There's nothing she dislikes more than being the notion of rudeness, Bakugo smoothly replies. So I told her she's rude. Zero can't help to drop his mouth as he asks. You mean to tell me you call her a bitch daily, and she doesn't even bat an eye, but she throws a temper tantrum if you say she's rude? That's shadow bitch to you. For you. As usual, it falls into the sweet Kirishima to take some of peace back into its team. Hey Athena! He greets you. He greets you warmly. I'm very happy we're together. Your frown's mouth out, eyes opening. I am too, you admit. Although I feel guilty about Izuku. I skimmering over the crowd, you take no time into spotting him with Uraraka, Hatsume, and Tokoyami, and that at least serves you to reassure you. You would have liked to help him, but you're glad you didn't steal Tokoyami's place. And talking about stealing places, where's Mina? Understandably, your question only brings 4 confused stares. Huh? Bakugo scoffs. What about raccoon eyes? Well, maybe. You bite your lower lip again. Guilt rearing its ugly Guilt rearing its ugly head. Maybe she needs a team. Doesn't look like it, Zero replies, pointing at Mina's pink figure in the crowd. She's talking with Harakura and Jiro, and they seem well on their way of forming a team. Oh, you mutter. It's good that she at least has found out other classmates, but unless it's something really drastic changes, you know they won't win. You did effectively steal her place. What the fuck are you brooding about? Bakugo asked, scanning your face with something you could almost call concern. Did you want raccoon eyes in the team of the bad? Did you want raccoon eyes in the team that bad? No, you shake your head. It's not that, Bakugo-chan. And then, since he's not taking his eyes off you, and you have the feeling he made understood more than you would like. I didn't know you wanted me to have lunch with you that much. You switch topics, giving him a teasing smile. You could just invite me out, Bakugo-chan. Well, Zero slams a hand over his mouth to not burst out laughing, and Kirishima chokes on air. Bakugo's eyes narrow in fury. Yeah, as if, he spites. The battle is about to start, so just shut up and get under me. Sir, stop. That sounds really dirty. Shut up, I said. Oh, I was so close to finish the chapter. Mike, every single time you exist. Look at her, she's pretty just like you, Shoda. That's it, I'm quitting my job. Oh my god. Look at him. That's crazy. It is fan art time. Oh my goodness, like there's so much talented people. And then there's me, reading fan fiction on the stream. Trying to voice act. Oh my god, look at us. Look at us in a cheerleader uniform. And then there's the Baku squad, I think. No, the Baku squad. And this incredible art. Well, chapter 40. To be the number 1. Practically, being in a team with Bakugo is exhausting. He's constantly acting on his own, unheeding on your warnings, barking others, and getting really mad. Stop. There we go. He's constantly acting on his own, unheeding on your warnings, barking orders, and getting mad. Whenever he gets mad, he charges against. He charges again. What the fuck am I? I don't know how to talk. Okay. He's constantly. Whenever he gets mad, he charges ahead, risking everyone's chances to win. Like that time, he shoots himself to the air to fight Izuku and almost crashes to the ground. Luckily, Zero catches him in time. You catch Uraraka's eyes for a second, as she seems to ask, "Why the fuck are you teamed with walking anger management issues?" She probably wouldn't have worked it like that, but since she's such a sweetheart, but that's definitely the message she's sending you. You sigh regretfully and give her a dead-looking meaning. I don't know myself. She giggles. You, your lovely exchange is interrupted when Bakugo pummels her back at the ground, Sarah scolding him for acting so recklessly and him brushing it off. Your eyes are fixed on Midoriya's, frustration apparent in the clenching of his fists and creasing of his brows. You let out a sigh, wondering when Monoma will arrive. Will he even come? Probably yes. This time, he did interact with Bakugo before, and he did nothing to nurture their puzzly friendship. You doubt Nato will have mercy on you either. Maybe it will motivate him to even be more of a little bitch, used to healthy competition. You're at least partially happy Bakugo is so hell-bent on catching Izuku, since that means you get to interact with Hatsume. The interaction consists in you tilting your head backwards and stare at their flying team and shouting, Hatsume-san, your babies are awesome! You can hear her delighted gasp all the way down to earth. She twists her head, probably looking down and give you her bright smile. Normally, she wouldn't be able to disconcert your expression at such distance, but taking into consideration her quirk, first expressions are important. Thank you! Her jolly voice reaches you, clearly probably through an amplifier. If that's a tactic to make me lower my guard, it won't work, but I appreciate the compliment nonetheless. It's not! You laugh back. I really admire. What the fuck are you doing, shadow bitch? Bakugo barks. Are you stupid or what? I'm just complimenting an admirable peer. You frown. It's not like you managed to reach them anyways, Bakugo-chan. That, obviously, is not the right thing to say. You! Bakugo growls. You stop fraternizing with the fucking enemy? Is that so difficult? You're about to reply, maybe even apologize, since Bakugo does have a point. When a gust of error makes you halt, eyes widening, you instantly snap your head to look at Bakugo. He's staring at you, lips curled, waiting for your answer. But behind him there is a flash, a moment of change he barely noticed. And then it's gone. Together with his headband. Fucking NATO. That is a pet peeve of hers. A small voice catches your team's attention. Fraternizing with the enemy. I mean, she did it in the entrance exam too. You turn, at that time set on your face, to meet the perfectly wide eyes of your 1B friend. He's twirling Bakugo's headband with no challenge, making your team's jaw drop to the ground. Isn't that right? He gloats. Shadow girl. Such a drama queen, you mutter. Meanwhile, Bakugo's rage reaches levels of completely off the charts. You, he shouts, pointing at Monoma. You're that fucking 1B extra. What the fuck do you think you're doing with that? Give it back. I'll kill you. Oh, Monoma dangles his head right in front of his face. You mean this? Why? I didn't even think you could notice it was gone. You're so busy, after all, being famous and all of that, because of a sludge incident, right? Then his eyes fall on you. His voice is nothing of short condescending as he mocks. I thought you would choose better teammates, Shadow Girl. Do you value yourself this short? Oh my god! You roll your eyes, not replying. Why is he even involving you into this? You're completely fine letting him have his absolutely unnecessary battle with Bakugo. If he keeps dragging you into this, you'll end up choking on this. You'll be choking. You'll end up choking on testosterone. Monoma doesn't look pleased that you're not delighting him in a glance. He scolds, opening his mouth again, but Bakugo's snarls make him look back, up lightning fast. Kirishima, change of plan. Bakugo grits out. Next moment, you are all moving forward, dragging along by a bench of wolf fury. Bakugo-chan, you try to call him back. Don't! He can steal quirks! Obviously, he doesn't listen. He doesn't even seem to hear you. Before he can potentially ruin your outcome, it ended well in canon, but you have no intention to passively watch when you can improve. You look at your teammate shadows and freeze them in place. Bakugo's wheeling in head towards swills his head to stare at you, a pain popping off his forehead. What the fuck are you doing, shadow bitch? Are you seriously helping that stupid? Of course not. Bakugo, you reply. Don't just that's snappish. Seriously, he's known you since you were toddlers and he thinks you would just betray your friends during a competition, risking your own loss. Many thanks for the trust, dude. Hearing his name without the usual suffix makes Bakugo's mouth fall shut on reflex. He stares at you, taken aback. I know Nato, you currently explain. His quirk is copying others' quirk. If you attack him without taking that into consideration, he'll find a way to touch you and make your face explode. Who cares? He angrily replies. I can beat him. Yes, you can, you nod, but you can beat him better if you know his quirk. Bakugo falls silent once again, mulling over your words. No need to thank me, you sighed, making his brows deep, throwing in a skull. Now we can go. Be careful not to let him touch any of you. Maybe it's also worth mentioning that one of his classmates can make a shield of air, but no excuses come to your mind to justify how you know that. Besides, Bakugo will break you the shield with no problem. Now that's just unfair, Shadow Girl. Monoma's greeting voice reaches you from a few steps of distance, where he had been waiting for your team to attack. You took all away my fun. A pity, Nato. You give him a deeply slighted smile. You'll have fun in the next event. That is, if you pass this one. Oh, he sighs narrow, imperative intrigue, accepting your unsaid challenge. Big words from the girl who's got no points and whose teammate couldn't even keep up his pledge. His mocking eyes falls on Bakugo, making him bristle. Oh, don't get mad at me, Monoma coos. You're the one who provoked us. What did you say for the pledge again? That embarrassing thing. He brings a finger on his lips as if in deep in thought. Oh well, it doesn't matter. You've done enough for today. Oh my gosh! That's just too much for Bakugo. Brushing off Kirishima's shout, don't knock on your own, Bakugo. He launches himself forward with his explosion, heading straight towards Monoma. The 1B boy wastes no time taking the easiest route and trying to dodge. That's around the moment he realizes none of his team can move. Eyes flying over Bakugo's fast closing shadow and falls on you. You're not looking at him, of course. You're looking at his teammate's feet. And your tame smile has a twisted smirk. Big words from a boy who forgets what my quirk is. You mutter teasingly. Stuck in place, Monoma grits her teeth and immediately calls out, Tsubaraba! Like, what? Tsuburaba. Haha. Tsuburaba. Tsuburaba. So that's what his name. The brown-haired boy of his team blows out air from his mouth, forming a solid bubble that impressions Bakugo before he can reach them. But the moment Monoma takes a breath of relief, the spiky-haired boy gets out of battle gel and clutches his arm off the bubble, shattering enough into pieces. He doesn't stop there, though. He never stops. His hand stretches out without hesitating and grabs two of the headbands around Monoma's neck. The boy's eyes blown open, but he doesn't even have the time to react. Next moment, Bakugo is moving backwards, Zero's tape wrapping around him and securing him back into your shoulders. His sudden fall makes you stumble, eyes closing for a split second, and you lose control over Monoma's team. Team Bakugo seizes headbands to move to third place. Present Mike's voice rings out in the arena. That means we'll get through the next round, Kirishima cheers, smiling brightly at you. Before Bakugo bonks him on the head. Not yet. Sorry. Bakugo means freedom. Not yet. We negotiate the terms of surrender. I see your squashed smile. 10,000. Sorry. He snarls. We're going to get an indisputable first place. We're gonna get our points back too, and then go for the 10 million. You have to admit that in spite of all that Bakugo's flaws, there is this part of his character that is truly admirable. He never hesitates. Not even a single second. He always moving forward, looking ahead, progressing, advancing. You can understand why it's almost impossible to keep his pace, and you can understand why Izuku never stopped admiring him, and in spite of every reason to do so, his drive is unlikely. Hey, sorry, no phone call, but I just had to open my window. It's getting hot in here. Sure, he's been so lucky to have people who always believe in him, to have been blessed with a hero quirk, and have been encouraged by adults all his life. It's understandable that he grew up like this. But so many others in his place, knowing they were born with a great quirk, would get overconfident and never train at all. Bakugo was aware he was born lucky and took advantage of every gram of that luck, milking it until the last drop. You almost feel pity for Monoma. Monoma, who is, in the meantime, running away, and you can totally understand him. Athena. Oh, he called her a name. Oh my goodness! Athena, Bakugo shouts, snapping out your thoughts. Block them! On it, you mutter. You feel kind of mean. Your power is the worst to be pitted against in a competition where the goal is avoiding others. But alas, Monoma took the risk of attacking you, aware of what he would face, and that's what he get in exchange. The moment your eyes fall in his team's shadows, they find they're unable to move. Monoma turns and explodes you in no time. You can see his jaw clenching closer the closer you get to him. Flat face, Bakugo shouts. Tape! It's Zero! The boy replies, shooting out tape to let him to help him reach the enemy. While you watch, Bakugo swings himself towards Monoma's frozen team. You realize you didn't even correct him like Zero did. Mina did it in canon. He called her Raccoon Eyes, and she replied, "It's Ashiro Mina." So it would have been nice if instead of passively accepting the shadow bitch, you did the same and wait. Athena, block them. Are you hallucinating? That was my real reaction. That's what he said. Right? You distinctly remember the words, the inflection of his voice while he shouted them. You didn't pay attention to it at the time, and you just followed his command. But now that you think it back on it, he called you by your first name. Bakugo called you by... Bakugo is merciless! President Mike's voice fills the stadium. He himself sounds impressed by the boy's ruthlessness as he tears the headbands away from Monoma's neck and falls back on your shoulders. Next, he declares, we're going where Deku and Todoroki are. Kirishima and Zero play half playfully, but oblige. Excited by the enthusiasm, you on your part are too far engrossed into your realization. Should you ask him? No, it's not the moment. Besides, it's not as if such an important matter. Who are you kidding? It's your first name. It could very well be a life or death matter for you. First names are important. Maybe you should also call him Katsuki? No, absolutely not. Not without his permission. But there's a lot eyes in that way. Zero Boys snapped you out of your trance. That must be where Todoroki and Midoriya are. We're going, Bakugo declares. You turn, moving towards the ice dome currently separating Izuku and Todoroki's team from the others. Bakugo's eyes are fixed on his goal. Unseen of anything else, Kirishima and Zero too have been swept up by his drive. Exchanging gleeful smile at the height of being on top gives them his legs the new energy. You on your part, well, you know what's to come. Before you can attack Midoriya or Todoroki, the alarm rings out and President Mike voice announces, "Time is up! The cavalry battle is finished!" You stop running, only now realizing how tired you are. Bakugo is not feathered by a long shot, and carrying him has left your legs trembling in fatigue. You fall to the ground, soon joined by your three teammates, while Kirishima and Zero look pretty satisfied when President Mike announces, "In second place, Team Bakugo!" The team namer himself bangs on his The team namer himself bangs his fist on the ground in glaring frustration. What's done is done, Bakugo-chan, you muse, sitting cross-legged next to him. He's about to curse your existence when you finish. You can always win the whole festival with the next event. He regards you with a suspicious glare, quenching your innocent smile. Then he lets out a grunt. I will win this festival, he promises. I don't doubt that, you muse. The world rolls easily off your mouth. Is that true after all? Unless you somehow managed to win, maybe you had prevented your shadow earlier, but alas, what's done is done. Bakugo will sit on his first place podium in the span of a few hours. For you, saying those words is as natural as breathing. But Bakugo stares at you, suddenly silent, as if he can't believe his ears. For a moment, he thinks he misheard. It's the first time he heard you so certain of his success. No, maybe not the first. You will be strong, Bakugo-chan. You will be incredibly strong. And it will be partially of your quirk, yes, but more than that, because you have the right drive. You're determined enough to let nothing stand in your way to the top. And that will make you successful. Determinate. You were 4 at the time. And then, with everything that happened, you never sound so confident in his skills again. Not like he needs you, of course. Not like he needs you to, of course. He's perfectly confident in himself. He knows he's strong regardless of what everyone else thinks, and especially of what you think. You clearly have no idea what strength even is, since he heard you call Deku strong even before he got his quirk. Still, hearing you admit you're certainly in his victory so naturally, so easily, makes something swell in his chest. Something like pride, like satisfaction, like the overpowering and accelerating urge to make you say that again, and again and again. Suddenly, he finds he wants to be completely settled of your trust in him. He wants you to be certain of your victory every time he fights, every time he's in danger. He wants you to watch him and know he will win. What's happening? Meanwhile, you've been gazing at his silhouette and as he seems to go through some life-changing realization. And you would be lying if you said you understand what that's all about. Midnight has already announced a break in order to rest and eat. And you were about to do that just before you noticed how your words apparently sent him Bakugo in a trance. Maybe he's just picturing his victory and very engrossed in it. Whatever the case, you're getting hungry, but you will feel bad leaving him there. That would be rude. Bakugo-chan, you called softly. Is something the matter? Your voice seemed to snap him out of his trance. That will be all fine and dandy if he didn't snap out of it by raising his head so suddenly you almost let out a yell and fixing his eyes on yours. He's staring at you so completely, so fervently, as if you're the only thing holding his attention. It makes you flustered. Bakugo's always been intense in everything he does, and right now, he's particularly so. Your cheeks heat up at the moment he makes to get closer. His face is a breath away from yours, and he's still staring as if aiming to dissect your every feature. I will win, he repeats, with so much conviction to engrave the words in his very texture of the future. The next event will probably be the one-on-one tournaments. I will defeat Icy Hot, I will defeat your precious Deku, and even your stupid friends from other classes. Do you believe me? You swallow dryly, giving him a small nod. I think you're capable of it. You don't understand what's going on in his speech. You're keeping cautious. He seems to like your answer enough, though, judging by how his lips raise a smirk. Good, he says. I want you to watch me. What? When I fight, I want to know you're watching me, even if the other person is Deku. I want you to watch me. I'll be the one winning after all. He stands up, leaving you with his usual smirk. Understood, Athena. You feel sapped by electricity. He did it again. Is it on purpose? Or does he even notice? What the fuck is Bakugo Katsuki doing to you? Yes. You nod. You really have no idea what else to say. I will. Huh. He exhales. Good. Then he walks away, looking impossibly proud. It's not such a different look from his usual one, but then his face partially dissolves you. You realize that you know that walk, hands in his pockets, relaxes head, satisfaction oozing from every pore. You know the look he sent you earlier. You know that tone of voice. That's how Bakugo Katsuki looks like when he just wants something he really wanted. Oh god. What just happened? Yeah, you're pretty strong and all. You know. Ah, fuck you, bitch. No, I'm marrying you. What? Oh god. Oh. Oh, look. Oh. What time is it? Okay. Yes, I'm going to read this one and probably the next one. Whatever, when blah, blah, blah. It depends on when Sun is going to cut this story. So I'm going to go past the fan arts. If you want to see them, you can go to the link in the description. But I really want to get this one. Like, chapter 41. Unlocked, Todoroki tragic past. The moment you enter the cafeteria, your eyes fall on your class. You can see Ojiro, Uraraka, Ida, Jiro. Predictably, a few missing are Todoroki, Izuku, and Bakugo. Now that you think about it, maybe you should prevent Bakugo from eavesdropping on Todoroki and Izuku. That would just seem plainly rude. How would you feel if you find out someone you don't even know that well, despite all your private conversation? Especially for you, secrets are sacred. Bakugo had no right to know. And well, technically you don't either, but what's done is done. You can at least prevent what is yet not done. Although you're kind of afraid to face Bakugo again, soon after the weird moment you just shared. Who cares? I'll just pretend I caught him in the act and scold him because eavesdropping is rude. That's perfectly in character. Lastly reassured, you set on your search for Bakugo. You remember Todoroki brought Izuku to the entrance to talk. They must be there. You're about to get out to the the cafeteria when a voice cheerfully shouts your name. Athena! Mina slings you an arm on your shoulder. Smiling brightly, you almost jolt at the unexpected contact. Are you leaving already? You didn't even eat! Oh my gosh. She poked you teasingly in the cheek. You have to eat in order to remain strong and healthy and win the tournaments, you know? Right, you sweat drop. Her words bring forward the realization that you are advancing to the tournaments, and you did it by taking her place. The reminder tears a whole guilt of your self-loathing in your chest. Mina didn't pass. Of course it didn't. Nobody will ever know, but you're responsible for that. Mina, you murmur. Something of your feeling must have visible on your face, because all it immediately leaves her expression. What is it? She asked in a worried tone. Is something wrong? Are you hurt? No, it's just... You avert your eyes, staring dejectedly at your feet. If only you could make her understand how you feel right now. I'm just... sorry, that's all. Sorry? She asked. For what? For... What can you say? Nothing. You bit hard your lower lip, still avoiding her eyes. You're sure you would find them full of concern. Concern for you, because Mina is your friend, and you don't deserve that. I don't really understand what's making you so sad, Mina admits, smiling sheepishly. But if you're sorry I didn't make it to the last event, don't be. Most of us didn't make it, and really, it's fine. I got to show up plenty in the first two, and I'm quite proud of myself for coming so far. She flexes her bicep, winking at you. Next year, I'll do even better. We have another 2 tries before we graduate, after all. Plus ultra! In spite of every terrible feeling in spite of every terrible feeling eating you inside, you find yourself almost smiling spontaneously at her words. She's so positive about this, so genuine. You take a deep breath. It's just... How can you say it without outing yourself? Ah, fuck. You're not good at this. It's just that... You scratch the back of your neck. We're usually a group, like Zero-san, Eijiro, and Bakugo-chan, and I think you would have done great in our team. I mean, your quirk was probably a better thing than mine. Mina clearly doesn't understand what you're hinting at, since you did a shit job explaining it. Since she wraps her arms around you and coos. Aww. Did you want to did you want did you want to be in a team with me? I would have loved that too. Honestly, Justina, what would I do? What do I do without you? You're such a sweetheart. She rubs her cheeks against yours, which is pretty nice, although you feel guilty for enjoying it. I agree that two of us together would have been awesome in a cavalry battle, but we'll just have to wait for the next year. There, there will probably be some other team game. Besides that, I'm content of how things went, she sincerely says. Teaming up with Jiro and the others was nice, and I'm glad you were with Bakugo since you're probably the only one he listens to. you bite back a snort. As if. Besides, now I can devote all my energy for cheering for you. Mina cheers first bumping into the air when you don't follow her. She takes hold on your arm and makes you imitate her movements in a much less heartfelt first bump. You're my partner in crime, aren't you? You'll do great. You'll have to beat all those overconfident guys like Bakugo or Kaminari. I give you this great mission. So then, show them what you're made of. Mina's enthusiasm shines so brightly you can't help but answer to it in some way. Lips opening in a smile, you nod in response. I will. You promise. Then you think back to who exactly you said that you would beat. Well, I mean, I'll try. No. Said no. Oh my gosh. There. Mina crosses her arms to form an X. The first one was fine. You will. And I'll be cheering all the time for you, alright? You want to tell her so many things. Things you know you will never reveal. Things that you are better left in the dark. But everything that comes out of your mouth is, thank you. You bite harder on your lip. I don't deserve a friend like you, Mina. What are you saying? She interrupts you immediately, frowning like an angry mother, hangs on her hip and eyebrows furrowed. He actually looks threatening. Seriously, what has gotten into you? She hops. Have you suddenly forgotten who you are? You're King Motherfucking Athena. Get some backbone. Besides, she winks slightly, saying in a sing-song voice. If you don't want to be friends, we can always be something more. What? You blink. Oh no! You pinch your lips together in a genuinely troubled expression. I couldn't possibly. You're way out of my league. Hashiro Mina. With you? Unimaginable. Mina seems to disagree because she positively gasped. What? Girl, you're awesome. She waves freckling her arms as if somehow can emphasize how awesome you are. I think about like half our class is crushing on you. You snort. I doubt that. I don't. The conversation dissolves into a childish banter after that, with Mina starting to long run about things you're too naive to understand, and you resisting the urge to facepalm while you explain there's simply no way 10 people are crushing on the same person at the same time, regardless of who they are. If they were a celebrity, maybe, but that's a whole different kind of crush. Mina just shakes her head, slowly sassily her eyes, and comments something along the lines. You still have so much to learn. You take personal offense on that, since although even you sometimes forget it, you're mentally older than your peers. They have still so much to learn. Anyway, predictably, in the bickering that follows, you forget about Bakugo. By the time you remember you were supposed to do before getting sidetracked by Mina, you feel on one hand much lighter. Mina is just awesome enough, and you couldn't be more grateful to have her as a friend. And on the other, stupid as fuck for having forgotten something. I don't know how to read. And on the other hand, stupid as fuck for having forgotten about Bakugo in the first place. Ignoring all the little voice in your head telling you that there's simply no way Todoroki and Izuku haven't already started talking about by now, you head towards the entrance. In all of this mess, you didn't even eat yet. Stupid you! You better take something before time runs out. Although there will be recreational games before the tournaments, right? You can use that time to eat. Meals are too important to be carelessly skipped, especially in the middle of such an exhausting day. Wait, there it is. Anyways, You're quite close to the entrance when, engrossed into your own thinking, you bumped into someone's chest. You take as a warning of your you take this as a warning sign of your normal life protection has almost disappeared by now. You barely avoided bumping into strangers' chests in the hallway, so you're clearly becoming a full-fledged anime character. That never happened in your previous life. Now, if only the stranger was tall and handsome and mysterious, raising your eyes, you realize it's Todoroki. Huh. Well, he checks all those boxes, doesn't he? Todoroki-san, you bow in greeting. Before you can wonder what to ask him next, the conversation dawns on you that if you just ran him, he must have just finished his conversation with Izuku, which means you didn't prevent Bakugo from eavesdropping. You were late. Well, whoops. It wasn't a big thing, but still, I would have preferred to avoid it. Let this be a lesson to myself to not get sidetracked by anime girls next time, even if they're really cute. King, Todoroki nods in response. He makes to get past you, sealing what is a normal interaction between two reserved individuals who don't particularly know each other. Then he stops. Turning to face you, he regards your shocked expression with an impassive look and asks, "What you said that time, in USJ, did you truly mean that?" You don't know which part he's referring to, your declarations about friendships, or those about everyone being free to live their own life. In spite of my personal wishes, Izuku's free to live his life however he pleases. I can stay at his side and help him along, but I have no right to dictate his actions. After all, everyone should be free to be whatever they want to be, right? Regardless of what he chooses, I'll be proud of him either way. That's what friends are for. I remember that. Both parts of your speech were truthful, so you nod firmly and answered. Yes. I thought so, Todoroki admits. But what would you say if I told you a person's life is not always their own? You try to keep calm, although your heart's racing. Does he want to reveal parts of his childhood? Or maybe he just needs to hear you say something. Todoroki's feelings during the sport festival were all over the place, and you don't know which version of him you're facing on. The sad one, the pondering one, or the "I'm so fucking mad at my tap, you said that I could freeze a stadium" one. You're leaning to pondering and maybe a touch of sadness. I would tell you, Todoroki-san, that although I greatly admire your intelligence, in this case you're wrong. You gently reply. Someone's life always belongs to them first and foremost. You can live it to the fullest or throw it away. It's both an incredible gift and a tragedy that ultimately everyone is free to do whatever they want with their life. Unless they're illegally sold to human trafficking, but I'm guessing that isn't what Todoroki means. Oh my god, that's so dark. But what if that life wasn't? Todoroki stops, mulling over his words. He's clearly not ready to reveal everything, but he wants you to understand. For a moment, he feels like you would understand if you knew. What if you were just made out to fulfill a certain goal? Would your life still be your own? It depends, you reply. Do you want to fulfill that goal? Todoroki doesn't even seem to notice you're not referring to someone anymore, switching the hypothetical you, that is not hypothetical at all. He frowns, saying, Maybe I do, but I also want to have a choice. Do it on my own terms. How can I do that? You hum lightly. If you want to reach that goal, Todoroki-san, you have the means to, facing him fully, a dazzling smile grazing your lips. What's stopping you? He takes you in, meeting your gaze, and something soft and frail spreads on his expression. It lights up every chiseled feature on his pale face, making them shine with a new emotion that neither of you can quite name. His voice is barely a whisper as he replies. I don't know. You hum, silently inviting him to go on. When people want to share something, not interrupting is probably the best thing you can do. And you like listening anyway. Maybe, Todoroki murmurs, looking in deep thought. Maybe what stops me is that I don't want to reach that goal by the means they were given to me, because then I would be doing exactly what he wanted, wouldn't I? His eyes stares into yours, earnestly searching for an answer. He needs to hear something that he knows he can trust. And perhaps it's just a mess he's feeling at the moment, but he feels like you can give him that. Maybe it's just that you're always seem to know more than anyone else, and yet he's never seen you judge or put down others because of that. Those means that were given to you, but those means that were given to you exclusively to fulfill your goal, you muse. Are they harmful or someone else? No, are they harmful to someone else? No, Todoroki replies. They could be, but it depends on how I use them. You nod. And if those means are not necessarily harmful and you can decide how to use them, why not do why not do it? He frowns, looking impatient. You didn't understand his point. Then I would be doing exactly what he wanted. The person who gave those means to me. He did it just so I could fulfill his wishes and... But those are your wishes too, aren't they? Although for different reasons. You want to reach that goal. You want to become a hero. Yes, he admits. But that power, it's yours. His mouth falls shut, eyes dwindle immediately. It's a change so small. If if you didn't know what to look for, you wouldn't even notice. But you know how Todoroki's work. Those are the same words Izuku will say in the span of an hour. You know how deeply they'll hit, but hearing them twice can't hurt it, can it? He asked for your opinion, and you gave it honestly. It's... Todoroki looks so troubled and sad and young that you just want to grab your arms around him and tell him everything will be fine. Although it didn't end well the last time you told someone that. The boy's voice rings out again in a confused whisper. It's mine. You can choose how to use it. You nod gently. Regardless of why they were given to you, both your life and your power belongs solely to you. Nobody is able to dictate your actions if you don't give them the power to, Todoroki-san. Slowly, he nods. He seems quite out of it. Eyes staring ahead, his usually impassive expression is smoothing out into numbness. Lips sealed together. Are we still talking about a hypothetical situation? Because technically we are. If he's going to pull the I am asking for a friend on me. Personally, Todoroki-san, you decided you may as well go all in, since you started it. I think that whatever power you're talking about, you'll make great use of it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You came to UA to be a hero, and in order to rise to the top, you'll need every skill you can get. It's only fair that you fight to your full potential. At first, Todoroki nods again. He's still in La La Land. Then his eyes snaps open. He looks up in a flash, mouth opening and closing it again. He says, I never said it had to do anything with me. Oh, but we know, sweetie. I never said it had anything to do with me. Oh, you laugh, bringing your hand to your forehead as if lamenting your mistake. Sorry, I got distracted and forgot we were talking about a hypothetical situation. As if. Regardless, I stand by what I said. I see. Todoroki replies, risking coming back to his senses after the daze he had fallen into. Then, thank you for helping me with this. He's clearly struggling with naming the problem since you both know it was not hypothetical at all, so you decided to save him this trouble. I'm happy I could be of help, Todoroki-san. You smile. He stops his frustrating attempts, giving you a nod of acknowledgement. Shoulders rising and falling in a breath, his heterochromatic eyes coming in regard with a probing look. Sometimes, he confides, voice not accusing but simply matter of fact. I have a feeling you know much more than you let on. Guilty! You gave him a pleasant smile. Why, Todoroki-san? You're not the first to tell me that. I didn't think I was. Oh my god! He looks like he's about to leave, but a last minute thought holds him back. His eyes rare over your form with a stare is not searching nor fierceness, but more of the analyzing side. You're used to being analyzed. For a moment, you even think he's about to tell you everything, admitting it wasn't a hypothetical scenario at all, but what comes out of his mouth is totally different. And about the other thing you said at USJ, Midoriya's lucky to have you as a friend. The Rocky's voice is quiet, not looking like he's much of aware of what he's saying. It had to be important though, since only after having expressed it, it makes him to leave. Wait! You call, stretching out your hand. When he turns, feeling surprised, you get embarrassed thinking about how urgent you sound. I mean, since you're dying of shame, you bow as a self-defense mechanism. Todoroki-san, I know this may be a overstepping of boundaries, and in that case I apologize, but why is this so difficult? You did the same thing with tons of characters without suffering from tachycardia. Maybe it's just that Todoroki is staring straight at you as if drilling holes into your very soul, and you feel better under his gaze. I would love to be your friend. You blur out to the end. I mean, I would love for you to be my friend. What? I would love for you to be my friend, or both, maybe? Yeah, both is right, so if you want, of course. The good thing is he doesn't look disgusted by your offer. The not good thing is he doesn't look particularly giddy either. He talks slowly, eyebrows frowned. I don't really know what friends do, King. Or how do you become friends with someone? For the longest time, I thought friends were a waste of time, and I've started to change my mind only recently. Do you truly think it could work? Oh my god! Your heart possibly melts. This is the moment Todoroki changes as a person. From now on, he'll be more open, happy, and accepting. He'll have friends. That's so cute. Well, you say, unable to hide the fondness in your voice. I think everyone deserves a friend, Todoroki-san. You become someone's friends when you both want to. And as for what they do together, they can do lots of things. Hang out, talk, laugh, go to each other's houses, do sleepovers. Does Todoroki even know what sleepovers are? That's a good question. The palpable confusion in his eyes seems to tell you he doesn't. Maybe you should explain it in a way he'll better understand. And, well, friends always support each other's and have each other's back. You continue. For example, right now, during this festival, friends will surely cheer for each other's victory. I see. Todoroki says, and then as straightforward as ever. You will cheer for me then? Stop getting this. You'll cheer for me then? You blanch, taken aback. Well, if you want, I will like that. He nods, not embarrassed in the slightest. His shameless bluntness is a trait you quite envy. Then your ears heat up and you search refuge bowing. Then I'll cheer for you, Todoroki-san. Thank you. The corner of his lips maybe raises a half smile. I'll cheer for you too. You almost snored at the mental image of Todoroki cheering, but still managed to nod somewhat sullenly to reassure him that his offer is too much appreciated. We're friends. We're friends then, Todoroki-san. You gave him a heartfelt smile. For the first time, he returns it. He looks somewhat out of his depth, but willing to learn what friends are for. what with this friends thing works. We're friends, King. That's so cute. So imagine there's this guy. He's not me, but he looks exactly like me, and he has the same powers. His name is also Toro Kishoro, but he's not me, obviously. Okay. Imagine this guy had an abusive dad, and he didn't use his quirk because it's similar to his father's. What would you do? Well, oh, and the dad's name is Endeavor, but that's not my dad. Another Endeavor, because that's not me. Obviously. Obviously. The fucking nerve of the guys, I swear. That's literally what happened there. Oh no. Oh no, is that a chainsaw I'm seeing? Okay, as I said, this is going to be the last one. Again, so I'm going to... if I could... You see this? This is fast. This is fast. There he is. Fast. Wow. Let me just... Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. I'm going to go a little bit faster than the past one. Oh. Chapter 42. Jealousy problems. Thank God, by the time you manage to find your way back to the cafeteria, your classmates are still there. Ogier scoots over with a warm smile to make a space for you, and you want to... Wait. Okay, change of plans. Sorry about that, but again, I think they're calling later. Yeah, so... I'm going to leave this chapter here for the next week. Hopefully, I will do the stream on Tuesday. If not, I will do it again on a Friday. So let's just update this part. 48, 49, 38. It was 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42. Oh, five chapters. Good. It's a good one for 42. So we are on 42? Yeah, 42. Okay, so let me get this on again. I think it's going to... like, I've been getting these copyright disclaimers. But like the playlist I listen to, it says it's like copyright free. But things happen, I guess. But like, okay, so I'll be going right now. Then again, thank you so much for being here with me, for watching my content, and supporting me with this idea, like what am I doing with my life, really. What coping mechanisms to... Okay, so let me get this here, there we go. As always, again, thank you for being here, for listening to this. If you want to read at your own pace or continue reading this one, it's going to be on the description below, like always. And I think I said it in the last stream, the Bloodthirst link is not working because the author is taking a break, but I think you can find him on AO3, I guess, or yeah, I think that's what they said, something like that. But you could always go to his profile, it was on those videos description. And that's it. Again, the Changing History fic. So, Chef Kiss, it's been so fun right now. I love them. Like, Sunny, thanks you so much for writing that. It's like, oh, it's so perfect. But anyways, again, if you want, I already said it, you want to read that in the description below, it's going to be all the links. And again, I made a TikTok account, so if you want to follow me on my socials, that will be always welcome. There's my Instagram, there's my Twitter, and my TikTok. And there's also my other channels, my art channel, my Spanish channel. And that's it. So, thank you, and we will be seeing you on the next time. Wait, that was my outro. If you want to know more or see more, you can always subscribe to this channel and activate the notifications on to know when I am doing a streaming. So you can be with me and we can all discuss this and in the, in the chat. So with that all said and done, I will be seeing you on... Wait, the mouse is not working there. We will... Blah, blah, blah. I will be seeing you hopefully in the next time. That's all for me. So we are seen in the next time. Oh my gosh, what happened to me? I'm still processing the news. I'm sorry. Yeah, we will see. Have a good night. Have a good evening, night, day. Have a good life. Well, yeah. See you on the next one. Bye.